Time and Temperature sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
We start with breaking news tonight.
Fox 35 News exclusive tonight.
I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Join us weeknights on Fox 35 News.
Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now on Good Day Orlando, it's a big race weekend in Daytona. The Rolex 24 is happening right now, and Fox 35 has an inside look at all the action. Plus, lawmakers are getting ready to meet in Tallahassee. What prompted the governor to call a special session? And we do have a tragic update for you this morning. A mother is now dead after a condo fire in Palm Bay. What officials are saying and how neighbors are coping. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Randy Hildreth. Caroline has the day off. Joining me now is Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. So good to see you this morning.
Good to see you too. How are you?
Good. We have our blazers.
We got a little blazers on.
A little blazer action.
I love your blazer.
Thank you. I had to put mine on because this dress has short sleeves and I was cold. You have to make outfits when it's this cold.
We have to. I feel like it's been a cold winter, Randy.
It has.
January felt like we had so many days that were just way cooler than where we should be.
I was talking to Noah and I said, when is Florida going to feel like Florida again?
This week.
Okay.
It's looking that way. Finally.
Finally.
The Sunshine State will regain its name after some cloudy, chilly days. So something to look forward to, which is nice. We can see a high pressure in control right now. Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar showing some showers off to our northwest. We do have a cold front that is moving through the eastern portion of the nation right now. Not really going to be a big impact to us, but something we'll be watching nonetheless. This area of high pressure, though, that is what is driving our forecast for today. Going to see a fair amount of sunshine once again, just like what we had for our Saturday. But we do have some clouds out there right now from our Girls Lakeside cam. This is out over Lake Fairview. Really calm out there. The breeze not quite as strong as what it was yesterday because of this area of high pressure overhead. So with that, we're not dealing with quite that biting feel out there with those wind chills that yesterday were into the teens and 20s at times. Right now, temperatures in the 40s, so a big improvement if you're not a fan of the chill. We're in the lower 40s for those of you in Ocala and the Villages. We have 50s on the map for Melbourne, Titusville. It is 43 in DeLand. These numbers a lot warmer than where they are, or where they were, I should say, yesterday. Between 5 and nearly 20 degrees for the warmer. Check out Ocala, 17 degrees warmer now compared to this time on our Saturday morning. If you have some beach plans today, we are expecting conditions to get back into the middle 60s. I do think we're going to be warmer than where we were yesterday, so a pretty nice day to get out and about and enjoy some sun. Now, we are expecting even warmer conditions ahead. We'll talk a little more about that here, Randy, in just about 15 minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, TJ. The race to the finish line is on at the Daytona International Speedway. The Rolex 24 is happening right now. It's the largest 24-hour marathon sports car race in the world. Fox 35's Matt Trezza is live there this morning, and I can hear the engines roaring behind you, Matt. This is a test of endurance, not just for the drivers, but the cars too.
Oh, absolutely. 24 hours of racing is endurance at its finest. We've got a Porsche right here behind me, one of the kind of cars that are out on the track this morning. This is a 24-hour race. Started yesterday at around 1 p.m., so it is still very much underway right now. And it's going to keep going throughout Good Day Orlando and into the afternoon. 1:40 this afternoon is when they are going to be waving the flag on the Rolex 24 for 2025. We're going to be here for that, but for now, live from the fan zone at the Daytona International Speedway, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Developing this morning, a woman is dead after police say she was hit by a truck while out on a walk with her husband. It happened in New Smyrna Beach on North Causeway and Riverwalk. You're looking at some of the photos from the scene, and it's really hard to see knowing what happened. Police say the couple was on the sidewalk when they were hit yesterday afternoon. The woman was killed and the husband was taken to the hospital. Now, this crash is being investigated. Now to a very tragic update on that deadly condo fire out of Palm Bay. We have learned that the mom hurt in that fire has died. The fire also killed her two young children. They were just 5 and 10 years old. It happened at the Country Gardens condos in Palm Bay just before 1 a.m. on Friday. Firefighters say the family was trapped in one of the units on the second floor. Neighbors are just devastated by this.
They're beautiful, beautiful little kids. It's horrible, terrible. I don't know what to say, man. I feel really, really sad, you know.
And we are thinking about them this morning. A 15-year-old did manage to escape unharmed. 8 adults and 2 children were also displaced in the fire. The state fire marshal's office is investigating. And this story new this morning, a man listed on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list was arrested in Lake County. Donald Fields, you see him here, wanted for child sex trafficking and child rape charges out of Missouri. He was arrested yesterday morning during a traffic stop. Lady Lake police say he was initially pulled over because his tag was not registered to the vehicle he was driving. Fields is scheduled to make his first appearance in federal court. Now to this update, this is 3rd grade teacher Carly Anderson and Roosevelt Elementary School principal Elizabeth Hill Brodigan. The 2 face charges for their role in a rowdy house party police say included teens and alcohol. The investigation started last Sunday. Cocoa Beach police say they were tipped off about a house party at Hill Brodigan's home. Officers say when they got there, one teen was so drunk they needed medical attention and another got a DUI after leaving the party. Police say 3rd grade teacher Carly Anderson was there. They say she was drunk too. One mom we spoke to says it makes her second guess who she trusts with her children.
These kids, they trust teachers, they trust the administrators, and when you have someone betray that trust and lead these kids down a path like that, it's sad and scary all at the same time.
Hill Brodigan and Anderson were arrested. They're charged with child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and holding an open house party. Also to come on Good Day Orlando, flu cases are spiking across the country and in Central Florida. We're seeing some severe cases. What you need to know, that story coming up. And citrus farmers in Central Florida are thankful to have missed the snow this week. They are reflecting on their efforts to make sure their crops are okay. TJ?
Randy, boy, was it cold. That is the crazy thing. We are expecting some big changes through the remainder of the week. We have temperatures that are going to continue to climb after a cold start yesterday. Temperatures much warmer than where they were on our Saturday. And we're back close to 70 for this afternoon. We'll let you know when temperatures may warm close to 80 degrees and if we have any rain chances that come down the pike in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Fox 35 News Plus is real, it's raw, it's unscripted, it's news happening now. I'm Garrett Weimer, Fox 35 digital journalist, streaming on Fox Local.
Welcome back. Your time 7:13. You were taking a live look through our Launch Credit Union camera at Port Canaveral with a beautiful start to our morning. But I do have a health alert for you this morning. Flu cases are surging across Florida. I want you to take a look at this map right here. Every county that you see in blue, so here, up here, they are reporting an increase in cases. And as we look at Central Florida, we are seeing a lot of blue there. So we are experiencing a spike in cases. And here's the thing, your annual flu shot might not help you very much. Fox 35's Esther Bauer is hearing from doctors who say they are seeing more patients with severe symptoms. Well, Central Florida missed the snow and ice from last week, and our local citrus farmers, they are thankful. At Hilltop Groves in Marion County, farmer Bill Reed says the temperatures weren't cold enough to hurt his trees. So again, very thankful. But he was nervous. The most recent bitterly cold snap reminded him of the citrus freeze in 1983, and that crippled his groves.
In 83, when me and my dad lost our grove, it was 16 degrees. With the wind chill, it was so cold, so windy, we couldn't even turn the heaters on in the grove. That was a bad one. That's wiped out Ocala to Orlando.
And you heard him just wiped everything out. Well, thankfully, didn't happen this season, but Reed and his family continue to monitor the weather this growing season. But he did say, though, this is his last year growing oranges. So we'll have to check in with him to see if it's the weather that he's watching, TJ, or if he's just saying, you know what, it is time for a vacation. Hopefully you have some warm weather for him coming up.
You know what, if he's getting out on a vacation after this crazy week of weather, Randy, it looks to be really nice here, regionally speaking. I do think we're going to have the slim chances for rain, but for now, we're focusing on the warmer conditions. That's our big headline here as we progress into our work week in the final days of January. At that, here's our Hard Rock Hotel camera as we're peeking eastbound out over Daytona Beach. Really a beautiful morning, a few clouds out there. And with that onshore flow that was developing yesterday, more so a factor today. I think we'll have some clouds, especially along the coast, but overall it's going to be a really nice end to our weekend here. High pressure, the dominating force in our weather setup for our Sunday. We can see Fox 35 storm tracker radar pinpointing some showers well to our northwest, across the deep south, across some of Alabama and Mississippi. That front really not going to be a big impact for us here across at least central Florida. Panhandle may see a little bit of moisture from that, but overall it's looking like we're going to see a really quiet stretch here as we progress through the next couple days. Temperatures this morning a lot warmer than where they were yesterday. Check out Ocala up through Gainesville, nearly 20 degrees for the warmer now compared to 24 hours ago. We're 7 degrees warmer in Orlando, 13 milder in Bushnell, and we have just about 15 for those of you in Titusville and Cocoa Beach, with temperatures in the 40s. Still chilly, but not as cold as what we had yesterday morning, with readings that we had in the 20s. Didn't feel like Florida, that's for sure. We have 41 in the Villages, 46 in the City Beautiful, 51 in New Smyrna. A little colder for those of you in Palm Coast where it's only 40. So you still want the jacket as you're heading out, but I think you'll be able to shed that to maybe a windbreaker, a much lighter jacket this afternoon. If you're getting out to the Rolex 24, as Matt was talking about, it's continuing. We'll have readings back into the 60s as we head through the last leg of the race, so to speak. It's slated to end just before 2 o'clock at 1:40. Then through the afternoon and evening, we'll have temperatures holding in the lower to middle 60s. Not as cool as what we had yesterday, and we should see just a few clouds from time to time. And that goes for really most of the area. Central Florida looking pretty here. Right around 70 in the metro, a little cooler to the northwest, just a few clouds, a little more cloud cover though, closer to the coast because of that onshore breeze. Tonight, back into the lower 40s to the northwest, around 50 in the metro, 50 degrees from Daytona southbound through Titusville, close to where we should be for this time of the year. Seasonable levels, a little cool, but we'll still call it seasonable. Now as we jump into our Sunday evening, into our Monday, you can see high pressure slides away. There's that front I was talking about. And this boundary really starts to lose its characteristics in terms of, a big push of cooler air behind it, but still some lift with that wind change. So that could bring a couple showers. Again, you can see across Georgia, maybe northwestern Florida through our day tomorrow, but we stay dry in central Florida. But that front does try to slide to the south. It looks like maybe a sprinkle, but I think it's going to come through dry, not looking like any big impacts from this. Now, as we jump forward into February, if you're hoping for more warmth, we have extremely high chances of staying above average. So some good news if you're sick of the chill, you're ready for the sunshine state feels once again. Middle 70s on Tuesday, Wednesday in the middle 70s, and we're expecting temperatures even warmer as we head through the latter half of the week. Thursday and Friday back into the mid to upper 70s, and then almost 80 with maybe a few showers as the storm system moves our way, Randy, on Saturday. But this is a much different 7-day than what we had this past week.
TJ, absolutely. Looking forward to Saturday, 79 degrees.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Cannot at this point. All right, coming up on Good Day Orlando, it's almost time to settle up with Uncle Sam. We have some things to keep in mind when it comes to filing for the 2025 tax season. Plus, securing a spot in the Super Bowl. More on the big NFC Championship game. That'll be right here on Fox 35 today. And we are saving you money with the Fox 35 Pump Patrol. Gas is $2.82 a gallon at the racetrack on West Colonial Drive in Oakland. You can always find gas saving tips on our website, fox35orlando.com. We'll be right back.
Arrested? Call Smith & Yulo Law at 352-WIN-4U.
Noah knows. Watch Noah Bergeron weeknights on Fox 35. Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
You hear the music in the background. We are taking a live look at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. That's where the NFC Championship game kicks off at 3 p.m. The Eagles take on the Washington Commanders. And listen, you can watch it right here on Fox 35. Our coverage starts at 1 p.m. with Fox NFL Kickoff. The game starts at 3 p.m. A spot in the Super Bowl is on the line. All right, still to come on Good Day Orlando, there's some concern about some exercise equipment that it might expose your personal data. I have the details for you coming up. Plus, after over a decade, an Orlando favorite has closed its doors. An inside look on this community send-off. We'll be right back.
Good Day Orlando is brought to you in part by Original Mattress Factory. Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now on Good Day Orlando, it's time to rev your engines for the annual Rolex 24. We are live from the racetrack as we continue to count down the final minutes of the race. Also, right now on Good Day Orlando, a man was arrested for making threats against President Trump. How the FBI found him. Plus, tax season begins tomorrow, the new deadline for Floridians due to the intense hurricane season. Good morning, I'm Randy Hildreth. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And joining me now is Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. I think when I was reading the story, it's like, wait a minute, tax season starts tomorrow.
I know.
February is right around the corner.
Where did January go? It's just New Year's, man.
In, out.
It's crazy.
Got out of here like she had somewhere to go.
You know, and that cold's doing the same dang thing.
I know.
So, oh my goodness.
But some warm weather.
Yes. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like trying to have the glass half full.
Oh, right, exactly.
Always. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to feel a lot better as we head through this week compared to what we had this past week.
So the bar was very low.
It was really low. Yeah, it was. I think we can put the winter jackets away as we head through the next few days. May still need a jacket today. I think you'll want one this morning, but here's a positive for our Sunday. We can see temperatures a lot warmer than where they were this time on our Saturday. Nearly 20 degrees for the milder in Gainesville. In Orlando, we were 7 degrees colder yesterday, 14 degrees for the warmer now in Titusville, and 17 milder now in Daytona Beach, with temperatures now sitting in the 40s. If you remember yesterday, we had just the air temperature for some of our area in the 20s, wind chills in the teens. Now we're in the low 40s in the Villages. We have 46 in Winter Haven, 45 in Sanford, a little milder closer to the coast with the help of that onshore breeze. We have 54 for those of you in Daytona Beach. And it's all thanks to the area of high pressure that is sitting overhead right now. We do have a front to our northwest, not going to be a big impact for the Sunshine State, but something we're continuing to watch in the Storm Center nonetheless. There's that sunshine as we take that live glance over downtown Orlando. We're peeking off to the north. Overall, looking like a beautiful end to our weekend. Great for the theme parks if you have any plans. Notice we're back into the upper 60s, nearly 70 by 2 o'clock. Still may want to have the hoodie, though, for later on this evening as well. We'll talk about when temperatures may rise close to 80 degrees, and if we do have any rain chances coming down the pike in our 7-day here, Randy, in just about 15 minutes.
Thanks, TJ. The race to the finish line is on at the Daytona International Speedway. Rolex 24 happening right now. It's the largest 24-hour marathon sports car race in the world. That's where Fox 35's Matt Trezza is live from this morning. And Matt, this race is a test of endurance, not just for the drivers, but for the cars, too.
Yes, very much so. And the race is still, you can hear it in the background, it is still going on all around me here. Yes, indeed. The members of the winning team all get beautiful Rolex Daytona chronograph watches. Absolutely stunning. I've seen them. This 24-hour race ends at 1:40 this afternoon, and that's when we'll see who will take those timepieces home. But for now, we're going to be here at the fence, so keeping an eye on it all. Reporting live from the Daytona International Speedway, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Thanks, Matt. Well, tax season begins tomorrow. Financial experts say the process doesn't have to be so stressful for you. Fox News' reporter Ted Linder takes a closer look at some of the strategies for a smoother time. And as you just heard, again, the reminder here, the deadline for Floridians to file has been extended to May 1st due to the intense hurricane season. But experts say it doesn't mean that you should wait that long. If you can do it early, try to get that done. Now, developing this morning, an Okeechobee man is in jail accused of making social media threats against President Donald Trump. Law enforcement arrested this man, Shannon Atkins, after they were tipped off to his post earlier this month. He was arrested at his home Friday. Palm Beach police say he was also found with 3 bags of cocaine, so he's charged with drug possession plus a written or electronic threat to kill charge. All right, now the SunPass scam is making rounds again. People, maybe you got this, a text message saying that you have unpaid tolls. Officials say scammers are trying to get you to think that you owe money on your account. Some of the messages ask you to pay for your toll before a certain date to avoid late fees or even legal action. It's called SMS phishing or smishing. Cybersecurity experts say the texts come with a link, and the worst thing that you can do is click on it.
2 things they're going after. 1, getting malware on your phone, or 2, trying to get your credit card information.
Now, here are some steps you can take to try to prevent yourself from getting scammed. First, check the language of that text message. Also, check the company's policy and see if they even send alerts like that. Also, you can call the company directly to verify if you have any concerns. Well, coming up on Good Day Orlando, we say goodbye to a 12-year mainstay in Orlando. The big send-off for the Hammered Lamb next. Plus, scallywags and scoundrels invaded Tampa for Gasparilla, an inside look at the long-standing tradition in the Bay Area.
Good Day Orlando is sponsored by Grills Lakeside. Fox Local is Fox 35, live news and more. On your phone, on your TV, Fox Local is built for you. Fox Local.
Welcome back. The Hammered Lamb has closed its doors after 12 years in business. The owner tells Fox 35 the decision was not made lightly. The restaurant says nearby city construction made it harder for people to actually get to the restaurant. Plus, inflation raised the cost of food and drinks. Now, yesterday, the community held a send-off to celebrate one last time. For many, it's more than a bar and a restaurant.
This place is like a blanket for all of us. It's the one place you can go. It's a security blanket. We love it.
The owner says he'd like to do something even bigger and better soon, so we'll have to check in with him for updates. Well, nearly 500,000 pirates invaded Tampa for Gasparilla. It's an event unlike any other. Now, this year, law enforcement from Central Florida helped provide extra security. Fox 35's Jennifer Vaglis takes us to Bayshore, where the bees were flying, the floats were parading, and the people were celebrating.
The weather was beautiful for Gasparilla. That is on my Florida bucket list for sure. It looks like a blast, and Mother Nature going to grace us with some more pleasant weather here as our weekend winds to a close. Our final weekend of January. Hard to believe we're saying that, right? Here's our iDrive cam. We're peeking off toward I-4. We can see the Orlando Eye, the Star Screamer, and a little glimpse of the Universal Orlando skyline off in the distance. But overall, a really nice day if you have any plans to get outdoors, because it's going to be even warmer than yesterday, and we're going to see more sunshine. And it's thanks to this area of high pressure here that we have on Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar, going to continue to shift ever so slightly to the east, bringing in that onshore flow that moderates our temperatures. To the northwest, we are seeing some showers across some of Alabama and Mississippi with a front that is working eastbound. Not going to be a big impact to the Sunshine State, but it's something we'll continue to watch. Temperatures now compared to this time yesterday, a big difference. If you were watching Good Day Orlando with us, were waking up with us yesterday, we had temps in the 20s to our northwest. We were 20 degrees colder almost in Gainesville compared to this time on our Saturday. 15 degrees just about chillier in Cocoa Beach and Titusville. We are 7 degrees warmer now in Orlando compared to 24 hours ago. So some good news there. If you don't like the chill, it is still cool, but nowhere near as cold as what we woke up to on Saturday. 43 in DeLand. We have 49 for those of you in Kissimmee. 41 in the Village. Is still colder to our northwest, and especially with that snowpack still on the ground. You know, the Panhandle is still chilly, but little by little that snow is starting to melt, and we're going to be back into a sunshine state of mind as we head through this upcoming work week. If you're getting out to Epcot today, International Festival of the Arts continuing, upper 60s as we head through the afternoon. Luminous, the Symphony of Us, will have temperatures back into the upper 50s by that time, so still may want a hoodie, but it is going to be a much warmer day than what we had on our Saturday. Right around 70 across the metro, a little cooler to the northwest and along the coast with the help of that onshore flow. That's also where we'll see a little more cloud cover as well. And then tonight, seasonably cool, but still positive, right? We're warming up. We're in the low 40s to the northwest, right around 50 throughout Orlando, Leesburg, DeLand. So still maybe a hoodie or a jacket early tomorrow, but I think you'll be able to shed that. Here's our Fox model as we jump forward to this evening. You can see high pressure moving away. There's that front I was talking about, bringing some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two possibly across the southeast. But notice as we head into our Monday, we start to see the characteristics of the front kind of fade away. The best ingredients start to diminish, but it still brings this boundary our way, and that may be enough to bring a spotty sprinkle, but it looks like it's going to come through mainly dry at this point. Some good news with this atmospheric setup that we have in play, it means temperatures are going to be on the rise. So if you're looking forward to that, you enjoy early February. The 1st to the 5th, looking like we're going to be well above normal, a good chance at it as well. We're expecting temperatures to get back into the middle 70s Tuesday, lots of sunshine, middle 70s Wednesday, and we just keep on with that warming trend. Mid to upper 70s late week, but we are seeing a few more clouds out there ahead of a storm system that could bring us a couple of showers on Saturday, but it's going to be a warm one. Highs look to rise back up close to 80. It is 7:50, and we are introducing you to our Fox 35 weather baby this morning. This is little Brian. Likes his older brother, and he tries to copy him in every way that he can. I love it. Not a green bean fan, but loves the pizza. You know, I love pizza too, Trey, and I love it. Hey, if you want to send us a photo of your own, head on over to fox35orlando.com/weatherbabies, or you can scan the QR code that you see there on your screen. Randy, I love green beans now. I can't say if I liked them when I was that age.
Yeah, I think green beans has been something that I started to like as I got older. I can agree. I'm with you. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for sending that in. All right, coming up on Good Day Orlando, McDonald's just released a new collaboration, more on the Happy Meals that have adults fighting over the boxes and the design and the cards and all of that. Plus, the countdown to Super Bowl begins Sunday. A sneak peek at who is performing for the halftime show. We'll be back.
The Fox 35 Countdown to Kickoff is sponsored by your Central Florida Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. Your time 7:54. On the Health Watch this morning, there's concern that smart exercise equipment might expose your personal data. A recent investigation found companies that offer on-demand workouts, like on the treadmill or on bikes, often collect a lot of sensitive health information. The study says the companies behind the smart equipment may be sharing your data, which can make you vulnerable to hackers. And this new study shows medical marijuana can be more addictive than recreational pot. Data from the CDC shows 30% of marijuana users develop cannabis use disorder, meaning they can't stop smoking it. And that medical marijuana users smoked on average 40 to 70% more than recreational smokers. Interesting. Well, coming up after the break, players aren't the only ones ready to play rough on Super Bowl Sunday. More on the furry friends traveling all the way from Florida for the Puppy Bowl. We'll be right back. Trending this morning, McDonald's is partnering with Pokemon to bring back limited time themed Happy Meals. Each meal features fan favorite characters on the box. Customers will also receive a pack of 4 trading cards as well as a poster and stickers. There are 15 different Pokemon trading cards fans can collect. And this week's release, it was a lot. It resulted in long lines and even had adults fighting over boxes of cards at Costco. The Pokemon Happy Meals are available while supplies last. Now, what if you don't want to take down your Christmas tree? Well, you just find another use for it. The Valentine's Day tree is here. People are replacing the bulbs and other ornaments for hearts, bows, and all things pink and red. And of course, we're getting pictures like this because they're sharing the trees online. On Super Bowl Sunday, NFL players won't be the only ones having a ball. Yes, the Puppy Bowl is back. Take a look at this sweet video. Animal Planet carries the canine version of the big game every year to promote pet adoptions. The contestants play for the coveted Lombardi Trophy. This year, there are several dogs from St. Cloud, including these guys, Smush, Kiki, and Alice. All are from the Florida Little Dog Rescue in Osceola County. Look at that sweet face. All right, and the NFL released a teaser trailer for the Super Bowl halftime performance. Grammy Award-winning singer SZA will join Kendrick Lamar on stage. The two artists will also hit the road for a tour just days after the Super Bowl. You can watch the Super Bowl on February 9th right here on Fox 35. Well, stay with us. Our next hour of Good Day Orlando starts right now.